waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Indiana Pacers will be looking to make a statement. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis. They controlled everything last year, going 2-0.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season and it can happen.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Victor Oladipo trained Wade heading into last season. Now, Wade says, we talked about not knowing the path of your career. Don't put limitations on yourself. The result for Oladipo was an all-star appearance. Kevin?
He's definitely on an upward trajectory, DA. Thank you. So much excitement as we tip off the season. Steve, as a player, did you get butterflies on opening night?
You know, Kevin, I remember my rookie year, that first game. We were playing the New York Knicks, led by Patrick Ewing. I mean, the butterflies were flying. And even in my last season, the 14th season, the butterflies were the same. It's something about opening night. It's just special. And no matter whether you're a rookie or you've been in the league 14, 15 years, those butterflies still kick in.
And it tells me you love the game, Steve, even as much your last season as you did in your first season.
And I think it also, Kevin, to add to that, you respect your opponent even in year 14, 15.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Conley out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Gasol at the center position. Now Anderson following the three-point attempt by Myles Turner. Inside with the shot, and it's sent back by Turner. Anderson against Bogdanovich. Turner with the screen for Bogdanovich. He took good advantage of that screen. Bogdanovich has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Pacers. Here's Temple, guarded by Oladipo. And Temple kicks to Conley. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Poor decision to force that one. The defense is right there because of a terrible pick.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to keep first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Now here's Conley. Gasol passes to Anderson. It's deflected. Conley against Collison. And the foul on Myles Turner. That's his first foul. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Gasol's shot is good.
We know he can shoot it from the outside, but I love to see Mark down there on the block.
Collison kicks to Turner. Oladipo right side. Pass to Sabonis. Over Temple. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Conley dishes to Gasol. Gets an open look and hits.
That's how you like to set up a big man for the shot. Gasol just catching it and letting it go.
Collison, the pass to Oladipo. It's rebounded by Memphis. To the middle and stolen by Bogdanovich. There's Sabonis. Rebounded by Jackson.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
That ties the game. Gasol's got 6 points.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Here is Collison following the basket by Marc Gasol. Turner with the screen. And here's Oladipo. And Turner kicks to Bogdanovich. Clock at 4. Turner with a screen on Anderson. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Passes it to Gasol. Shoots over Turner. And the shot falls short this time. Pacers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Beyond the arc. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Gasol, a screen on Collison. To the left side wing. Anderson dishes to Gasol. Gasol missing again. Pacers leading by 3. Sabonis kicks to Collison. Oladipo outside. Inside. Stolen by Jackson. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Gasol. Turner with the steal. That one good for 2. 8 points for Marc Gasol.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Collison, the pass to Sabonis. Over Anderson. Sabonis with the bucket. Sabonis has got his second bucket of the game to go. Steve, while he was interim head coach last season, J.B. Bickerstaff certainly won over the players' approval.
Marc Gasol said he's done a tremendous job with the tools he was given and with what he was allowed to do. Mike Conley simply stated he deserves this job. The Grizzlies brass was impressed enough that they didn't conduct a coaching search.
Conley's shot is off.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Now here's Collison. Following the miss by Michael Conley. Misses the wing chair. Anderson outside, and Jackson throws it down hard.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. And so here is Indiana. Offensive rebound. Turner drops in the layup for 2. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, easy put back. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
A putback. Jackson kicks to Conley. Back to Jackson. Down low. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Temple's got his first basket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Collison, the pass to Turner. Here's Oladipo. Back to Turner. Gasol with the steal. Here's Anderson. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Turner, good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Myles Turner. The Grizzlies trail by 3, so timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Turner. Doug McDermott comes in for Bogdanovich. Tyreek Evans is checked in for Oladipo. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Green, he's checked in for Gasol. Parsons comes in for Jackson. Caspi, he's checked in for Anderson. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Garrett Temple. And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it. And while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was the second overall pick.
The defense is pretty much helpless once he finds breathing room to get to the basket.
Young dishes to O'Quinn. Great D that time from Green. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Young with the steal. Conley against Joseph. Here's O'Quinn. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Memphis trailing here. Here's Brooks. And that misses. That would have put him up. And O'Quinn kicks to Evans. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. Evans against Brooks. Evans passes to O'Quinn. Tipped away. Clock at 6. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Now, in a moment here, let's check out the numbers for O'Quinn. Last season's performance for him. Last season, put up about 7 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And, guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. Here's Conley. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And Evans there showing the ability to elevate. When you let him get near the bucket, he has the ability to hurt your feelings.
Here's Conley. The Pacers making the shot over Joseph. Conley's shot is off.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
Not going to go that time. Nice D from Brooks. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Deflects the pass. Young with the steal. Evans passes to O'Quinn. And O'Quinn slams it in.
Tyreek has solid floor awareness. Outstanding at knowing when one of his guys is open.
Out to the right wing. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul. Conley kicks to Caspi. There's a screen.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Off target at the rim. Here's Evans. Misses off the right iron. Brooks outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Brooks has got himself on the board with 3 there.
The defense disrespecting his range. He goes ahead and buries it.
Screen by Young. Joseph, the pass to O'Quinn. Over Conley. Drops it in from 14 feet away. And the Pacers lead by 4.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
Now here's Green. O'Quinn defending from deep. Brooks. A shot missing. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. To the middle. It's deflected. Stolen by Brooks. And there's the pass to Caspi. He feeds it to Parsons. Over Young. Parsons' shot is off. Pacers leading by 4. Here's the teardrop. And Evans the basket on the assist from Joseph. Evans has got his second bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Indiana's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his second foul of the game. "16 seconds left in the first. Evans against Brooks. Here's Evans. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Indiana with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, I had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
Joseph at point, and he teams up with Evans in the backcourt. Young is the 4 with O'Quinn at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And for his whole career, Thaddeus Young has been a player not afraid, Greg, of attacking defenders head on.
Young has such a great first burst of speed. He really is a handful to deal with. Gets a lot of transition buckets that way, and in the half court can set up teammates by creating space. In the latter part of his career, I think he's taken on more of a vocal leadership role as well.
First one falls for him. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Coaches are always talking, Steve, about finishing games strong. What does it take to be a great closer, a great finisher?
I think guys look at guys that can score the basketball and make plays under duress, under adversity. But I think also on the defensive end, where you have players and teams, and it's beautiful to watch on the defensive end when they don't miss assignments. Everybody is locked in, and obviously teams score the basketball, but you look and say they made them score over the top versus giving up an easy layup.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. No good from Casper. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. Now here's Evans. He kicks to Joseph. Picked by O'Quinn. There's the 3. Second chance effort. Rebound by Caspi. For Memphis, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And another miss by Memphis.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Pass to Joseph. Picked by O'Quinn. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Young finishing it off.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sure hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Myles Turner, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Sabonis comes in for Young. Oladipo, he's checked in for McDermott. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph. And it's Evans missing.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Trying to get back on track. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Jackson. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Bogdanovich is checked in for Tyreke Evans. And so Jackson nails both of them. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Screen by Sabonis. Sabonis sets the pick for Collison. Six to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Gasol missing. Pacers leading by 12. Collison dishes to Turner. Oladipo outside. It's Collison top of the key. Turner with a screen on Anderson. Bogdanovich misses the 3. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Left side Anderson. Kicks to Temple. Gasol up top. Back to Temple. Here's Jackson. Second chance shot. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Turner.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dillon Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. Oladipo outside. Turner with the screen. Oladipo, good.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Now here's Anderson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to 12 points. The points that time coming from Gasol.
Marc Gasol, so unselfish, his teammates had to ask him to become more assertive with his scoring.
Indiana's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Collison against Brooks. Back to Turner. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. And for years, the Memphis Grizzlies defined mid-level success in the NBA, but not last season.
Before last year, they made the playoffs 7 straight seasons. Never played in a championship, but always seemed a player or 2 short. Now they're finally rebuilding.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. checked in for Dylan Brooks. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Third is Myles Turner.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
From 20 feet out, the Pacers getting another chance here. Collison, the pass to Turner. Misses from short range. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Feeds it to Conley. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Conley is so tricky down low, creating just enough space to get his shot over the defense.
Turner with a screen for Oladipo. Rejected by Gasol. Good on the shot. And so it's Memphis with it. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Anderson wide open. No good on the triple.
The defense fortunate there. He's a guy you hate to leave wide open.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Gasol. He drains the quick shots. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
With that height, Marc Gasol will always be able to get off his shot from mid-range.
Collison kicks to Turner. Stolen by Michael Conley. And now here comes Conley leading the break. They get it back. It's Gasol missing.
He's hit a rough patch this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it, though.
Indiana moving it around. Oladipo, the pass to Bogdanovich. Screen by Sabonis.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
And Turner kicks to Bogdanovich. Sabonis is screen on Anderson. Bogdanovich, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the night. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Passes it to Gasol. Shoots over Turner. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Now, here's Oladipo. 7 points in the game. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Stolen. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Sabonis with the steal. Collison, the pass to Oladipo. The dish to Turner. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Gasol. Pass to Conley. Good looking screen by Gasol. Conley kicks to Gasol. Offline with his 3. Pacers leading by 13. Outside Bogdanovich. Now the pass to Collison. Bogdanovich sets the pick for Collison. Just 5 to shoot. Over Anderson. Tries again. Sabonis, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Takes the 13-footer. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Pacers. Young's checked in for Sabonis. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Green's checked in. Here's Oladipo. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the jam. And for Sabonis, we all know his father was one of the best when it came to seeing the floor, Greg. As a big man, his passing game was terrific.
And skills like that go a long way in the NBA. Sabonis does all the little things that free up shots for himself and his teammates. Is starting to play with more aggression, and this is a guy that can be an all-star.
Now Joseph, after the missed three from Marc Gasol. Joseph, the pass to Young, and Young slams it home.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here is Conley. Back to Temple. Outside Conley. From the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Conley's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Conley has an incredible stroke, especially from deep.
Turner passes to Young, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And some changes here for the Pacers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Turner. Doug McDermott comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Evans in for Victor Oladipo. Then for the Grizzlies, Chandler Parsons comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Caspi in for Kyle Anderson. Screen by Young. Evans outside. Stolen by Michael Conley. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Young's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Count that one. O'Quinn's got 6. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Conley kicks to Caspi. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
Looking now at the numbers for Tyreke Evans. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 19 points a game, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Now here's McDermott. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Pick by O'Quinn. Clock at 6. Joseph, the pass to McDermott. And a miss there on the triple. Memphis has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. That'll go on McDermott. That's his first foul. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooks checked in. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
JaMychal Green, undrafted out of Alabama, played in the D-League and France, but he solidified himself as a quality NBA big man.
And Steve, the way JaMychal Green got here, a terrific story.
Went undrafted, Kevin, did the G-League thing, bounced around, but then he started to put it all together. Now he's a guy you can count on to give you good minutes.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw, no good. He doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line. Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Young against Parsons. 6 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer, and he makes that one. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. From deep. And so it's Indiana in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. So it's Indiana who's out on top at the half. They're leading by 16. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, you live by the three and you die by the three. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
And through the first two quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
He did a nice job reading their plays as they were developing. His anticipation was off the charts.
Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Jackson down low with Gasol. Garrett Temple is out there with Conley, and it's Anderson in at the small forward position. And when you see Myles Turner play on the offensive side of the ball, the amount of skill he has at his age is just amazing.
Yeah, already a great pick and pop player. You know, not going to be much of a banger down low, but has enough touch outside where he won't need to be. But while he's still a work in progress offensively, I think he's shown that he has a very high ceiling in terms of his skill set.
That free throw missing.
And the ceiling Turner has is impressive. Has the potential to be a dominant big man in this league.
Good on the second free throw. Steve, we know you're not going to become an official anytime soon, but is there a rule you would change in the NBA right now if you could?
Yeah, I look at the zone defense. I would love to go back where you're guarding your guy in some form or fashion. I know when I played, there was totally different rules about the legal defense, and it was basically imaginary line right straight down the middle. If you crossed that line, you had to go and double team somebody. I look at it right now, there's teams that are so good, they're just kind of playing a zone, and it's forcing us to see teams take more three-point shots.
Now here's Gasol. He kicks it to Anderson. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Shot off the pick by Anderson, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
I like the mid-range area for Anderson because of his size and because he makes good decisions with the ball in his hands.
Collison against Conley. Over in the corner, Turner. Back to Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Oladipo misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Kept alive. Outside Conley. To the inside. Turner with the steal. Puts it up from 15. Can't hit that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Anderson with the ball. Picked up by Collison. Rebounded by Collison. Pacers leading by 15. Jacks up a 3. Indiana again missing.
Really, a lack of focus coming out of the break. So far, they are 0 for 3.
Right block shot. That one a little long.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game. But going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
Now here's Oladipo. He's got 9. Here's Sabonis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That's his third personal foul.
The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time. The Grizzlies trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. And another miss by Memphis.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He has taken some low percentage shots, and it's killing the floor of their offense. More motion, more ball movement, that should lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Pacers.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Anderson, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pacers leading by 17. There's the pick. There's the lob to Oladipo. No good on the shot. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Jackson misses.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Now Anderson, following the three-point attempt by Myles Turner. Anderson kicks to Temple. Jackson a screen on Oladipo, and that's going to be a travel. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Number 1, Darren Collison.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Turner with a screen on Anderson. Bogdanovich passes to Turner. And Gasol sends it back.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Turner taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Now, Steve, to play in the NBA, you need to be in peak shape. Talk about your diet and workout regimen back when you were in the game.
I will give myself an A+ for workout regimen back in the day, Kevin.
Wow.
And then that diet part, I would say C-.
That was a D.
Yeah, you got it right. I would say a D. I try to give myself a little credit and say C-. I would say I love to see right now the cross workouts right now with guys doing Pilates, yoga, swimming. They're trying different things.
Now here's Jackson. They set the screen. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Gasol.
When you're 7-1, that rim's not far out of reach.
Pacers leading by 17. Outside Collison. It's Oladipo on the wing. He's got 11. The putback, and Turner stays with it. And the Pacers lead by 19.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Jackson kicks to Anderson. Gasol, a screen on Bogdanovich. Anderson passes to Jackson. And here's Anderson. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Now the Pacers moving it up. Now the feed to Collison. Oladipo outside. And against the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Oladipo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
And Temple kicks to Jackson. Back to Temple. Pass to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Outside Gasol. Lets it go from deep. No good. Nice D from Oladipo.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
That's what's extending this lead. The right plays, right time, and good finishing.
Now here's Gasol. 16 points for him. Gasol a screen. And here's Conley outside. And another miss by Memphis.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And Oladipo now atop the key.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
The Pacers making a switch here. Evans is checked in. Then for the Grizzlies, JaMychal Green comes in for Jackson. And Brooks subbed in for Garrett Temple. Collison against Conley. Outside Collison. 5 to shoot.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Pacers have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. First one falls for him.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Pacers. Joseph comes in for Darren Collison. Parsons checked in for Memphis. All free throws good from Turner.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Parsons against Evans. Here's Gasol. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Joseph. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. Pacers have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Indiana. The Grizzlies also making a change. Caspy's checked in. All free throws good from Turner. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You've got to understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. And here are the Grizzlies now. The Pacers making the shot. Conley kicks to Green. Got a piece of it. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And checking out some stats for Joseph, some last season stats for him. He put up about 8 points a game last season, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
And it's Evans in the corner. And he uses the glass on the layup. Evans has got 9.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
To the wing on the left. Conley with the 3. It's good from long range.
And that evened things out. He had a 3 early in the first half, now gets 1 in the second.
Joseph, the pass to Evans. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Pacers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Memphis has gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Brooks kicks to Parsons. That'll go on McDermott. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Caspi. Evans against Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Green missing. The Pacers have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. And it's Memphis on the break. Parsons running. He dishes it to Conley. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons. 10 points for Conley.
You know what? Mike Conley is so crafty, finding a way to take the bump and weave through the defense.
Knocks it loose. Indiana's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. There's the pick. And Turner kicks to Joseph. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Joseph, that's good.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you'd think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now here's Green. Green, the screen. Conley, the pass to Brooks. And the wide open shot from Green. Sinks the triple. Green's got 5 points so far.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Feeds it to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they get him the ball every chance they get.
Outside, Green. 1:36 left to play here in the third. And Caspi kicks to Green. Offline with his 3. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting for Indiana, Myles Turner at the line for 2.
And he makes the first. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Both free throws good from Turner. Here's Conley. He's got 10. Dishes to Caspi. He feeds it to Green. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Saturday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Brooklyn Nets.
In that game against the Spurs, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Inside, Parsons, and Parsons slams it in.
Parsons can go down and flush it on you if you let him. He has some sneaky hops.
Turner with the screen. There's the pick, and Joseph kicks to Turner. Now the dish to Evans. The pass to Joseph. And it's good for 2. Joseph's got 8.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Pass to Caspi. Shoots over McDermott. No good from Caspi. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. They get it again. Here's Evans. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists tonight.
Tyreek is good at playing bigger than his size. A great finisher, close to the cup.
Now here is Conley. He's got 10. Joseph with the rebound. 1 second left. No good on the shot. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Indiana out in front, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Young out there with McDermott. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the Pacers 5.
A nice job of converting. But what really makes this play, the league pass.
And for the Pacers, they're shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Screen by Young. Out to the right wing. Holiday left side. There's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go. Green with the block.
One of JaMycal's strengths is his shot blocking. Whether he's down low or on the perimeter, he gets up quickly.
Now here's Matt. Guarded closely. Lobbed up there for Green.
An excellent target on the screen and roll. Green with a wide catch radius and great hands.
And Holiday kicks to Leaf. Screen by Young. They set the pick. Passes it to Holiday. On the 3 off target. And for Memphis, they're shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Young with the steal. Holiday, the pass to Joseph. Now here's McDermott, stolen by Brooks. Jumps up, flushes it down to finish the break.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Timeout called the Pacers. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. Right. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific in quotation of players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
The Pacers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Marc Gasol is checked in for Green. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. Holiday with it. They set the pick. Kicks to Joseph. Johnson in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
The Grizzlies have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Now here's Gasol. Back to Mack. 3-pointer. That shot no good.
A blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Now Gasol. Thaddeus Young missing on his 3. Caspi with the bucket.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special, the vision to locate the open man.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Joseph dishes to Holiday. Kicks it out to Johnson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Johnson's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the Pacers. Outside Gasol. When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
Here's Johnson following the score by Memphis. He kicks it to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Back to Johnson. And Indiana, another 3.
And that's back-to-back 3s. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Gasol a screen. They set the pick. Here's Harrison. Pass to Gasol. Up and in on the layups.
This is where you want to attack. Marc Gasol playing big. Guys and hands all over him. He still converts.
Screen by Young. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
NBA wants to keep things competitive, and one way to do that was to make some changes, Steve, to the draft lottery odds. Do you think it'll be enough?
You know, I think it's the right call for them. I think the bottom 3 teams all have the same odds for the top 3 spots now, and it'll be much more even to distribute the odds for the back half of the lottery.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Now Mack. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Brooks with no one around. Good, and the nice assist from Mack. That's 7 points for Brooks.
At 7'1", 255 pounds, Gasol is a great screener. Not easy to get around.
Here's Joseph. Nice D from Brooks.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Johnson can't get it to go.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
And so here is Indiana after the missed 3 from Marc Gasol. They set the pick. Unloads from 13. The shot by Holiday, no good. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Harrison goes back up. The offensive rebound. The pass to Mack. Gasol, a screen on Holiday. And Mack kicks to Harrison. Gasol a screen. Shot clock at 5. But they get it back.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Here's Leaf. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out. Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor, Draymond Green. They just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding and a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right. Grizzlies with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Gasol, a screen on Joseph. Gasol setting the pick for Brooks. Knocked loose. Indiana's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Johnson can't hit. Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Got that one up quick. Gasol's got 22.
You got to love this tonight. Marc Gasol is having his way on the offensive end.
Johnson, the pass to Young. And Holiday kicks to Johnson. Young, a screen on Brooks. 6 to shoot. Back to Johnson. Here's Holiday. That one wide left.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
And it's in there.
He has that ability to make plays for his teammates. Marc Gasol has developed into one of the best passers we have at that position.
So it's the Pacers now, following the score by Memphis. Now here's Joseph, guarded closer. With the floater, it's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Brooks misses.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Here's Joseph, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here is Caspi. Pass to Matt. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, these numbers, and players look around, and the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found in when the game is decided. And a lot of times on bad teams, you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. Parsons checked in for Memphis. Brooks comes in for Harrison. Now here's Matt. He's covered by Joseph. Brooks, the pass to Gasol. Second chance shot. Brooks misses. Indiana's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Johnson left side. That's tipped.
And Parsons with the heads-up play on defense.
Leaf checked in for the Pacers.
TJ Leaf.
So it's the Pacers now. And O'Quinn kicks to Joseph. Oladipo outside. Just 4 to shoot. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
Plenty of teams, they try this strategy. Works when you're hot, but works against you when you're not.
Now here's Gasol. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And even now in his mid-30s, Marc Gasol is fantastic. I mean, he gives you everything you want at that center position. Strong defender and rebounder, and he has a host of ways to get you buckets.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And with Gasol, he continues to develop his outside shot, Greg, to act as a stretch center now.
Yeah, and really the combination of his 3-ball shooting and his passing really, even at this stage of his career, makes him a tough cover. You worry if he'll settle too much for that outside shot, but boy, when he is on, there are few answers for slowing him down.
And starting out in the shadow of his older brother Powell, Marc Gasol, Steve, has become a superstar in his own right.
Multiple All-Star games and All-NBA first team in 2015. And it's not just the production, it's the leadership. And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
Memphis has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Gasol over O'Quinn. The Grizzlies with another miss. Now here's McDermott. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Oladipo. Just 5 on the clock. He used that pick just right. Oladipo's got 5 points now this quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pacers.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Myles Turner.
Coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did But as the game evolved, it became clear that he was the alpha dog on the offensive end.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now, referee A calls a call, referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2 referee situation.
Parsons' shot is off. Oladipo dishes to Joseph. They set the pick. Here's McDermott. Nice D from Brooks. And here is Mack trying to find Brooks. He's got it now. Another shot. Misses the layup. Joseph with the ball. Kicks it to Oladipo. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Victor, what does tonight's performance say about the confidence of this team?
Just we're pretty good. We play great together. You know, we play well together as a team. So when we do that, it's easier for us to beat teams.
Victor Wondermatha, thank you, my man. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.